Okay, take two because I can't talk half the time. But anyway, welcome to Mr. K is Wrong, where I debunk the Facebook posts of somebody I used to know back in my high school days because he posts a bunch of right wing bull crap. So today I'm debunking a right wing meme that he posted. It says, the more that you learn about where our tax dollars go, the more you realize that we really do not need an income tax. So, the meme pretends Republicans are anti tax. The problem is they aren't. They are anti one specific tax that falls most heavily on the wealthy, the progressive income tax. When Republicans say, we don't need an income tax, they're not calling for a world without taxation. They're calling for a different mix of taxes that will shift the burden downward. Abolishing the income tax does not abolish taxes, at least not necessarily. It makes them more regressive. If you remove income taxes, the government still has to be funded. If you have a government, that is. That money comes from somewhere else. In practice, Republicans favor payroll taxes that hit every paycheck and cap out for high earners, sales and consumption taxes that take a bigger share of poor people's income, fees, fines, and penalties that fall hardest on people with the least cushion. So, a dead giveaway of this is, of course, the fact that Donald Trump is, of course, hugely in favor of tariffs. Well, what are tariffs? They are basically a different way of saying the word taxation. So he is not anti tax, and neither are all of the Republicans who support him. And a billionaire can live comfortably while paying a smaller share of their income under the Republican system. A cashier cannot. Republicans regularly raise taxes on workers while cutting them for the rich. Look at actual policy, not slogans. Republican tax bills repeatedly cut top marginal rates, slash corporate taxes, keep payroll taxes untouched, and expand consumption taxes at the state level. The Trump tax cuts are a textbook example. Corporate and high income cuts were permanent, at least according to the language. I'm sure that if there was a revolution, they would become less permanent. But anyway, individual cuts were temporary. Payroll taxes stayed the same, the deficits exploded, and the answer was never tax the rich more, it was cut social programs. They are not fiscally conservative about spending they like. That is the most obvious tell. When it comes to the military, police departments, border enforcement, and ICE, surveillance and incarceration, suddenly money is no object. Budgets balloon, oversight disappears, deficits don't matter. But when it comes to health care, housing, education, food assistance, and even disaster relief, now we're broke. Now every dollar must be justified. Now taxes are an unbearable burden. That isn't a principled stance on taxation, it's a values choice. If Republicans truly opposed taxation, they would oppose the state power funded by it. Actual tax abolitionists, like anarchists, oppose taxation because they oppose the coercive institutions that taxes fund. Republicans do not. They are perfectly happy to fund prisons, armies, cops, and border cages, and of course, so much more. They just don't want wealthy people paying for them. So, what that meme really means is this: the more you learn about where tax dollars go, the more you realize that rich people shouldn't have to pay and everyone else should pick up the tab. That's not anti tax, it's pro hierarchy.